oftentimes we'll find ourselves in the matchmaking role, helping the students to find the experiences, find the companies who are really invested in that culture of learning.
The YSU football team looks to stay sharp for a spring season. The Ohio Attorney General looks to make GM pay, and the Canfield Fair goes digital. This is the Daily Buzz. Hello everyone, welcome to the Daily Buzz. I'm Mike Moliterno. It is a busy day here at the Business Journal. Today, Youngstown State University is hosting their Regional Economic Diversification Summit, where they're addressing electric vehicles, advanced manufacturing, restoration of the Mahoning River, all to help address long-term unemployment in the region. Then after that, today the Youngstown Business Incubator is announcing a new portfolio company that is relocating to the YBI from the West Coast. We have crews covering all of the day's news and we'll be posting it as soon as it is ready, so keep checking back to businessjournaldaily.com. We'll also have a nice rundown from the day's events in tomorrow's Daily Buzz if you would like a recap. But for now, we're going to start off by checking in with the YSU football team, who instead of playing fall football are busy preparing for what they hope will be a spring season. Dan Heiner spoke with the YSU Penguins as part of our Penguin preview in the September issue. Here's a clip.
Hey, whoever's ready to play, we'll be ready.
If we still had the same staff, like you kind of like know everyone, but we literally had like a month, maybe not even, with these new coaches before this all happens.
I'd rather be around my kids. I think our kids want to be around each other instead of just sitting in a room by themselves.
Yeah, man, there's a quote that I share with my guys, man. When you're going through hell, keep going, because it can't nothing get worse. So if you just keep pushing, man, and keep going, man, I think we'll be on the right side of this thing.
You can read more and watch the full video in the story on our website. Ohio Attorney General David Yost is calling on the Ohio Tax Credit Authority to hold a vote and force General Motors to repay more than $60 million in tax incentives. On Monday, the Credit Authority postponed its vote on the matter, a decision Yost says has him, quote, extremely disappointed. At issue is whether GM should repay $60.3 million in tax credits it received in 2009 to retool the Lordstown plant. In exchange for the incentives, GM said it would maintain employment in Lordstown until 2040. Yost tells the Business Journal, quote, it's clear cut. They took the tax credits, then they took the jobs. The Tax Credit Authority is also looking into a new tax incentive package for the Altium Cells electric battery plant currently being built in Lordstown by GM and LG Chem. A state tax credit worth $1.3 million has been approved for a Carvana project in Elyria. The project is expected to create 400 full-time jobs if it goes forward. Ohio is competing with Indiana, Oklahoma, and Tennessee for the 200,000 square foot distribution center. Now, just because you don't do your thing face-to-face doesn't mean you can't be a success. Just look at Harry Nilsson. He's one of the greatest songwriters of all time, certainly one of the best singers, and the man never toured. In fact, this, Nilsson said, was what a typical conversation with a reporter sounded like. When did you play last? I didn't. Where have you played before? I haven't. When are you playing next? I don't. And yet he sold millions of albums, won 2 Grammys for vocal performance, and could count on none other than the Beatles themselves as some of his biggest fans. Now, believe it or not, I'm trying to talk about the Canfield Fair. And the point is that even though it's not being held in person, you can still enjoy it. Today, the Canfield Fair, which is largely online this year, is launching a new podcast, Something to Crow About. The weekly podcast will feature stories from attendees and fairs past. The fair is also releasing daily videos with recipes for fair food, contests, and other content featuring the Junior Fair and 4-H. You can find information about the digital fair and the in-person livestock auctions at canfieldfair.com. For more than a year now, the Business Journal has been running its Brain Gain campaign, focused on creating a culture of entrepreneurship and promoting workforce development. Well, this month we are starting a new phase of the campaign, our Brain Gain Youngstown Leadership Podcast series. In today's preview, Jessica Borza with the Mahoning Valley Manufacturers Coalition discusses some of the group's pre-apprenticeship programs. students.
Mentoring is obviously a huge part of pre-apprenticeship and apprenticeship, so that, we see and hear about how those relationships continue outside of, those work experiences, where they stay connected and, provide advice, but also, guidance and work-related counseling as well.
And that is going to do it for today's Daily Buzz. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click the little bell for notifications if you're watching us on YouTube. Leave us a comment, and as always, if you'd like to find out more about these stories, the links are available in the description. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Mike Moliterno. You good?
Yeah, I wasn't recording that, so good that you're doing it again.
Brain gain, Youngstown, leadership, podcast, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum.
$717 Credit Union is paying it forward because we care about our business community. We are offering 6 months of free ACH and domestic wire services through small business payments when you open a free e-business checking account. 717 Credit Union. We are here for your business.